are having problems and the bracket, you can go onto the MLG live support and get help there. I'm still getting a few messages about it, actually. People asking why that team was disqualified from the last one, forfeited, because they had the wrong player on their roster. And funny enough, it's not actually anything to do with us. That call was made by the admins of the tournament, who noticed it before we did, because we don't have the bracket and rosters in front of us. And the call was actually made from the admin side of it, and it's just been relayed. And obviously, we've talked about it, but I have no control. I have the game in front of me, and that's it.
Yeah, I think people have to realize it's very little to do with us. We got asked, oh, did SE Euro play this game? We said yes. They were like asking how many maps they played. 3 maps. They said okay, that means they forfeit. Simple as that. So sorry about it, guys. We cannot really do anything about it. This is out of our control. So to 191. It's unfortunate, but unfortunately that is the rules. And if you have any qualms or issues, go to MLG Live Support. But we're going to have a good game coming up on our hands. As far as I'm aware, DB pretty much the favourites to advance through. Yeah,
everybody's thinking this is one of the teams that should go through today, so we are going to see them for the first time on stream. They're going up against Horizon. Now, Horizon, interesting enough, they actually have a member of Aware Gaming in their lineup. But none of the players, they have the manager/coach.
Yeah, we were talking to Rel about him. And he apparently is quite a good player, so let's see how he does in this. But DB, you've got to favour them. I mean, ANZ in there, obviously he's done quite well. In a few tournaments, the sort of team that'll finish around top 12, top 8. So, you know, good team. And, you know, they could go in there and definitely threaten the top 8 that went through from last week. So, it's an interesting one, but we would imagine they're going to advance on.
Yeah, and if they do advance through, they will be joining the likes of Tech, TCM, Epsilon, Insidia, Exertus. I'm trying to get all these off my head. And also, hold on, I have it in front of me. Orbit and Infuse were the 2 I was missing.
I tried to get them off my head, but they are written down here as well.
They are unfortunately written down on nothing. But yes, those are the 8 who qualified last week. We will have 8 more today to go through into the leagues, where every team will play each other over the coming weeks to determine the top 4 in that league. The top 4 will then be heading to the European Championship to see if they can qualify for LA, and then see if they can take the European crown.
How excited are we for that, though? I mean,
oh, that's going to be an incredible event.
The European
Championships.
Championships
Last year. It's going to be incredible this year. Lots of top teams are going to be there. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a slugfest.
Yeah, I think the European Championships, personally, I wasn't a part of that last year. Of course, I was in LA, though, for the the finals. Oh, insane tournament. I mean, it was crazy. Incredible. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what the European Championships are going to bring. How big it's going to be. How it's going to go down, really. And, you know, it can go any way. And all you need to do, if you get to those European Championships, and if you want to try and break the format down a little bit, you win one game, you're going to LA.
Yes, that is actually exactly how it happens. Now, it was very emotional and kind of heated last year, actually. Yeah. I mean, because even if you're not going to get in the money or anything like that, to get in the money obviously would be fantastic. To win would be even more fantastic. It's a lot of money. LA? However, just going, I know, for a lot of people means so much. It's a life experience you're not going to forget for a long time. I
mean, we enjoyed LA, didn't we? We went out a couple of days beforehand. It's a very nice place, and it is a cool place to go to. And, you know, it's part of the prize, really, isn't it? It's like, you know, end of the day, if we go to the World Championships and we finish last, free trip to LA. I mean, you know, you can't really complain about it, but we are going to get this game now. It is going to be domination on threat.
Yes, the game has started. Let's jump on board with Melt, first of all. See how he's going to play this one down on the Horizon roster. Going to be running the MTAR as well. Let's see how he's going to kick this off.
And we're just jumping into the game now. I said on board with Melt from Horizon MTAR. Something that we see used by pretty much everybody.
Yeah, it's very common. A lot of teams run 3 or 4 of these maps sometimes, you can see. But now we are on board with Melt. He's going to be pushing out towards the middle. Is he going to go straight for the B to support his teammates? Or is he going to go for the cutoffs towards C? It looks like he's trying to get a cutoff. No, actually going to go hell out towards B. Teammates go in. He's running in there. They all get taken down. It's going to be DB taking an early B.
Yep, well played by DB there. I think they actually managed to send...
they neutralised their home flag as well.
Yeah, and they neutralised the other 4 home flags, so great work by them straight from the off yet, and it's currently just 2-5, but DB are going to pick up the points and take an early lead.
Yeah, they certainly are. Now on board with Mutant, let's see what he can do. He's going to just actually flank round, and they are being a little bit outslayed by DB here. And they're now going to try and work out a way to push. Are they going to go for the beat, or are they going to try and split it and make DB split their fire around them? He's going around the corner. Does actually pick that one up here now. He's got a teammate in support, trying to go for it. Trophy Systems in. He's going to come against somebody right here as well. Does take him down as well. Mutant doing great shots, but he does get taken down. Tant actually picking up the 2 Ps, shutting them down. He says, you do 2, I do 2 better.
Yeah, well played by DB there, coming in there with the two-piece raid. It's going to pick up the kill on Jonosaurus as well. Brandon answering back though, taken out. Is it Ant or Tant that we're going to go with?
I think it's... well, I'll never know, because I've had complaints about this before, Tal, I'll be honest with you.
I mean, his name isn't Trob, is it?
No, admittedly.
So I think we'll go with Ant or Tant. Either way, you know what we're talking about, but here we go.
I've cast him before, and I think it's Ant.
It does seem as if DB are picking up all the important kills.
Yes,
though. Yeah,
the fact we're on the respawn screen without a player kind of says that all 4 of this team actually went down. You can see a commanding lead actually from DB, 31-15 this early on. And here we are now on board with Jono from Aware Gaming and see what he can do. Instantly taken down as DB put the hammer down once again. Just, oh my goodness, nothing is happening well for this team now.
No, they can't really do anything against DB here. I mean, Brandon's going to try and get some kills down on towards A. Currently 3 capped. It's not looking very good for them. We did say that DB were the favourites going into this, and it's looking as if they're really backing that up.
It certainly is now. Jono, what can he do? Can he try and change a little bit of fortune here? A is neutralised. He's just trying to make sure. They have actually secured C, so it's all equal at the moment, but they are 26 points down. Let's see if Jono can get that A flexion. He's going to go in, takes him down from the side, and he should be able to get this one. This is a good chance for them to get this deficit down. Let's
see where they're going to spawn though, because DB spawn will be the effect to see if they're going to get here, but they have managed to get here. So there you go, they're 2-1 cap now. They are, of course, behind on points on ball with Melt now, who's going to go towards B, going to try and capture that, but he is going to get caught with his pants down by Rob, who does take him out. Brandon clearing up on him though. Ainsley coming in with a kill on Brandon and coming in with a kill on Jonosaurus. And once again, we cannot watch anybody because everyone's died.
So now let's jump on board with Brandon here. Let's see what they can do. They did have a little bit of life in them there. Now losing C. It's not as big a deficit as it was. 20 only at the moment. Trying to put some shots down. He does. He has support of of his teammate actually. Mel now going in to take B. However, instantly taken down by Ant. Now Brandon trying to shoot across. Does manage to get it. And they're just trying to lock it down. Oh, great play from Brandon. And Mutant is moving in as well. They should be able to take B now with the DB roster being taken down. And they're just trying to stay alive. And there we go. That should be taking. There's 2 people on it.
Yeah, they're doing so well at staying alive at the minute on this B flag. They have actually managed to capture it. They need to stay alive on it and cover it off. And is going to come in there with a 2-piece. Rob coming in with a kill as well. So kills going down. Jonosaurus and Melt are there to potentially clean it up. And they're going to do so as well. So well played by them. They have brought some points back, but they are losing their home flag.
Certainly is a good trade by the Horizon team actually there in the middle. But they are losing 8. Melt is the only person anywhere near it. He's going to have to go in. They've actually neutralised it. And now he's going to have to try and capture and stop him down. But no, misses everything.
Unfortunate that DB are going to come away with the kills and 2 points as well. Potentially a 3rd as well, as they're currently capturing B. They do have Jonosaurus in a bad position. He's going to get taken down by Ainsley. But can Mutant get this flag back?
He does need to get it back. There was almost a triple cap there, and Mutant gets taken down. DB not letting up at all, as once again we just keep seeing Horizon being absolutely slaughtered. So let's bring up the scoreboard and see how it's going down. And 16 and 8 severe kills for him there. And he is really putting the work down. We will be watching the DB team in the second half. And, yeah. Rel told us Jono was a good player. This is the exact words a bit ago. And
yeah, he's actually quite a good player. 3 and 12, 3 and 13. Sorry, Jono. That's Rel's fault that we are pointing that out. But there you go. Raiden and Ainsley coming in with the kills. Ainsley coming up with a 2-piece, taking out Melt. And it's looking very, very good for DB at the moment. They only have a pretty commanding lead. We're about a sorry. I can count, yeah. It's about a 20-point lead.
As they do now. Mutants, we still watch the final kills go down here, and they have not done well on this side, Ton. It's a few times I thought, you know what, they've got this. They're kind of trading, they're doing well, and all of a sudden DB come through and just slaying once again, taking them all down for DB. Final score, 86 to DB.
It's not out of their reach, though. That, I mean, realistically it is, but, you know, it's at the point where they could bring it back. It is still doable. So they've got to go in the second half. They've got to do something special, but convincing from DB, who we're going to go on board with for the second half.
And 18 and 11, good kills from him there. He did some serious work for him. And it does seem like, for me, DB, like I said, they are one of the favourites here. You'd expect them to be putting up big numbers in this first half.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting just exactly how that's going to go down. They should be starting the second half straight away. I'm not totally sure why they haven't.
They like to linger, don't they? They like to just make our jobs a little bit more awkward.
Going straight into the second half. But in my honesty, Ton, like I said, it is one of the favourites to go through today.
Yeah.
And they've kind of proved it within that first half. Wasn't as one-sided as I thought it might have been, but we are progressing through the tournament now, so this team has won a few games themselves.
Yeah.
For me, DB, they're looking strong. The second half is going to be a repeat of the first. It should be a very comfortable domination win, at least, for DB.
Yeah.
S&D might be well. This is the thing.
It's one of the things
it's always
just tossed up. Yeah.
Yeah. There are S&D teams, and then there are better S&D teams, and it's always difficult to judge the way the S&D is going to go.
Yeah, it's hard to really think about it, but I mean, I wasn't quite sure. Did DB play it last week, or did they just wait it out?
They did play it last week. See, a lot of people were talking about actually waiting out on that last week. Like some of the pro teams.
It's a risk, though, isn't it? It is a bit of a risk.
Admittedly, this is it. This is where they went, why would we wait it out? I mean, people were talking about the way the leagues were going to be done. Some people thought, oh, first qualifier, one league, second qualifier, second league. That's not actually the way it's being done. It will be seeded on pro points, so they will split up all the teams, so you won't have TCM and Epsilon in the same group, for instance, as they are first and second.
Yeah, obviously, we did actually have the way that it was set out somewhere.
Loads of notes there.
Never mind. Oh, no, I've got it here. Thanks, Ralph. Okay, so League A and League B will have seed 1 in one league, seed 2 in one league, seed 3 in one. Yeah, it is essentially odds and evens.
It is odds and evens.
You get the lowest seed, seed 16, and the second highest seed, seed 2 and 1, and the second lowest seed, seed 15 in the first league, and the highest seed, seed 1 in the first. If that made any sense. Who knows? But
someone explained this the other week, and it does. The whole thing seems a little bit complicated, but
it's not really, is it? I mean,
no.
It's just one of them things.
Progressed from the two preliminaries.
Can you remember when
8 come out of the leagues?
Can you remember we used to play CTF and how overtime was very, very simple, but trying to explain it and trying to portray it across is one of them things. But yeah, we're just waiting on the second half start. And I'm not quite sure why it hasn't, but we will be going into the action again. And as I'm aware, it was a 26+ lead for DB.
Yeah, it certainly was a 26+ lead, and I've got to admit with you there, Tanner, I'm not entirely sure why this has paused. All the players are still there. It doesn't, you shouldn't pause in between this game. You should just treat it as a long sort of turnaround. You should just press start and go straight away again. Because it doesn't have an auto switch, that's all you should do. There should be no reason for you to stop.
It'd be nice if the auto switch was in there, though.
Oh, it would be lovely, especially since you have to do your mental arithmetic halfway through the second round, trying to figure out just where the lead is.
We don't just have to have good voices and be good looking to cast.
Yeah, well,
we have to know maths too.
You certainly don't have to be good looking to cast. I won't be sitting here.
No.
But what we're going to do is go to a very quick break while we find out what the delay is for you guys at home, and we'll be right back with these. Ignore me. We're not going. We're not going. We're going to stay. It's just as I say that because I was wondering what the delay was. The second half has finally started. Domination on Sovereign. DB are up 26 points against Horizon. Let's get into the game. Okay, it's just trying to load in now. It's taking a long time. I'm not entirely sure why. Let's bring it up on the screen.
There we go. We're in the game, and we're just starting on the clock coming down. Predictions for this one, you've got to go with DB, haven't you?
Certainly do. Now, let's see just how we... Let's jump on board with Ant first of all. Have they all loaded in? This is what I'm kind of hoping for. There we go. Ainsley, Rated, and Ant are all in. And all of the DB team are now in. Unfortunately, I don't see any of the other team. And they're going to be hosting it once again.
Excellent.
We're actually going to go for a very quick commercial break this time, for real. And we'll be right back after this. Okay, here we go. We're going to jump straight into the game now. On board with Rated from DB. Sorry about the brief delay there. And now here we go. Looks like he's just being careful here. Doesn't want to go and help his teammate take beat. But now he is actually going to try and take this person down. He does manage to do it. There is a second person there. Doesn't manage to get the kill, though, as both teams now battling it over the B point. Is anybody making a push? It might be Ant.
And now on board with Ant here. Trying to just get a pick here. Does eventually pick one up. And he's actually using a weapon we haven't seen today. As far as I'm aware, that is the Vector.
Certainly is now. I'm not going to say anything about it because this man did fantastic in the first half. And he picks up another kill. He looks like he's just going to try and pin them in by himself. Floating back and forth around this area. Just making to pick up the slays. He goes for another kill there. Ant picking up another one. Can he get this one as well?
Oh, Ant.
Fantastic play by Ant. He really is bringing the hurt there. He is currently 4-1. And let's see as he continues forward into this. Just if he can keep this going. It seems to me he's just kind of playing a slaying role, floating around, patrolling the area.
Yeah, I'm on board with that now. Just really trying to roam around the map, picking up. Not another kill now. Oh no, he did actually get the assist on that one. Rated eventually picking that up, and it's looking like the 3-cam. Another great shot by Ant. Still on board with him now, patrolling around the C flag. That's going to be 3 captures for DB. And they are once again in the driving seat.
They are, and still on a complete tear. He is taking them down. Nobody's stepping to this man at the moment at all. They're now actually losing B, so he's actually going to have to pull back, try and give his team a little bit of a hand, holding C by himself, looking for the spawn here. I'm surprised he hasn't moved out a little bit quicker.
Yeah, you know, he does have his grenade there, just in case somebody does jump on the B, and he is patrolling around that area. He's going to probably pick himself up another kill. Does not quite get it. They do know where he is, though. He does have to be careful here. He's going to drop down. He's actually going to help his teammates at a beat because they are currently losing it, and they do eventually lose it there to Horizon. So here we go. Ant is going to have to try and jump back on, and it does pick up the Remington here. Shots going to come in.
Eventually it's taken down.
And Melt doing good work for Horizon, and they do manage to get forward down momentarily. They only do have B, though. They need to get one of those home flags.
They do, and Ant back on board. We do default. Let's watch Rob now for a little bit, see what he can do. He's trying to just push forward a little bit. They don't actually have anything at the moment, and they do manage to defend their A flag. They're losing C. He's going to try B. He's got 2 of them in there. They should be able to capture this before anybody pops their head round. However, losing A again. He's just playing defensive now, trying to get him, and he does. Good play by Rob. The patience there, and just kind of sit outside and say, I know you're going to have to come in. I'm trying to get in a good position. DB now turning up the flame of their firepower. Rob just trying to hold here. C is being taken by DB at the same time.
Yep, looking like DB are just going to take up the 2 cap here. They do not need to be too aggressive. They are currently winning by 26 points. And on top of that, they are winning by another 23. So, I mean, it's pretty convincing for them. It's not past...
I was going to say, don't do it to him. But now Ant's going to come and try to clean up that kill. He knows he's roughly in this area. Would have been caught up by a teammate, but no, gets taken down. And they're still trying to get it. Horizon do actually manage to capture the B point. It isn't quite over yet. A triple cap could save Horizon in this.
Yeah, and as I was saying, it is pretty much at the impossible point now. 22 points now, and you get 36 as far as I'm aware per minute. It's not going to happen now. Definitely not. DB are going to take map number 1, but we pretty much knew that after the first half. Team kill going in there by Raid. Let's have a look at the scoreboard there. Ainsley 13-5.
Where is he? He's dead. There he is. Oh, I just managed to get on board with him. Now, let's see what he can do. This man is top of the frag list, currently 13-5 with 2 captures. Running the Remington, and he does see someone down there, puts the shots down. Not going to get pick that one. Does see another one, though. Doesn't get him either. And Ainsley forced to back away as he does have to go for the quick reload. Pre-spraying now. Just trying to hold his ground. He knew that was a bad situation for him. C being taken. 2 members of DB now going to come in to try and take it away. Yeah,
you don't want to put yourself in the position when you want to get turned on stream, you know. I mean, it's not an ideal position to be in, whether you're winning or losing. So, just backed off on that kill. Eventually did pick it up, as his team do now have 2 flags to their name. And it's looking like they're going to walk away with this one.
Yeah, they certainly should. It shouldn't be too much of a difficult here. However, how is the S&D going to go is the real question we need to ask. Ainsley 14-5, and he's just kind of set up shop here. They know they've won, but they're going to fight right to the bitter end as usual. It's good practice, if anything.
Yeah, just keep your shots up for the S&D. That's what you tend to do. Just make sure you're getting and landing all your shots. Keep it sort of treat it as a warm-up. On board with Raiden now, trying to get some more kills, but that is going to be the map going to DB. And I'm not quite sure what's happened there.
I think we may have had a dashboard there from one of the team.
Potentially, but yeah, it was looking pretty convincing there from DB, who are going to take that 1-1 1-0. And no, it was us actually. We got disconnected.
Oh, we did actually get disconnected, but never mind. There we go. We do know that first map went to DB, so what we're going to do is join you with the S&D right after this quick break.
Hello and welcome back to the Gfinity Studios here, where we are going through the UK and Ireland second one-day cup. We're currently watching Horizon goes to LA Boy, I believe, going up against DB Gaming, and I believe it's currently 1-0 to DB.
Yeah, DB did take that one away pretty convincingly. We're just having a bit of an issue getting back into the game at the moment. You know, trying to get our heads around it. I'm just trying to have a look around to see if we're sorting this out. But yeah, joining game session is not available at the minute. Maybe we cannot connect to whoever is hosting potentially. So if you are watching the stream and you are hosting the game, can you please change host and re-invite? But I don't know if you caught much of that first map, did you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was watching the first half a bit more than the second, and it looked like Horizon was struggling somewhat.
Yeah, it wasn't looking pretty good for them. I mean, DB coming into this pretty heavy favourites to be one of the teams to advance through in the top 8. So, you know, it was expected DB are going to go out there and do the best they can. Got another invite off rated here. Let's see if we can get into this one.
The second half, though, seemed a little bit more balanced than the first.
Yeah, it was a little bit closer, but if
DB
anything,
had that safety
DB
net.
already had that safety net, as said. So I think they were probably taking it a little bit easier than they had done in the first half, where they really did go on a tear. I mean, you've seen Ainsley and Ant doing some great work pulling down the spawns. I mean, momentarily there wasn't people alive for any of the Horizon team, who were just getting slaughtered all over the place, but I'm still having trouble getting into a game here. Yeah,
I mean, it almost looked like when I was actually watching it from a spectator's point of view, I suppose, that DB had full control on what Horizon were trying to do, because they couldn't get B. They kept trying to get A and C and hold it, and there was just no way for them to lock down that B point, which is something that DB seemed to do quite well and quite easily.
Yeah, we're still having that issue. Sorry, guys. With the game, we can't seem to get into it. If somebody can change the host, if anybody can get in touch with them to try and change it, it's unable to join session. But yeah, I think, you know, DB coming in this, as said, it looks pretty comfortable for them. I'm expecting a 3-0 sweep for them to go through the next round, and you expect them to go on to sort of win this tournament now.
I'd probably say they were the only team that didn't get to the top 8 in the previous one-day cup that are still existing in this one. I mean, Tech were the exception, but as we know, they've actually replaced Viz due to the disqualification. So they're the only one team that I would have said they should probably get through. But of course, there are 7 other spots here for all of these other teams, and it's going to be quite interesting actually seeing who makes that cut.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting for the other top 8 teams who are already through to look at who their opposition is going to be. Essentially, what we were trying to explain is the league system that works.
The very simple but hard to explain league system.
Yeah, it was. It's obviously like from week 1 we will have all the top 8 seeds. From week 2, actually, I'm not too sure how they're doing it in terms of the seeds.
So it's basically the 8 teams from each of these weekends is going through, so each of these one-day cups. They then get ordered 1st to 16th in terms of seed. Then they get split into 2 leagues, so it's seed 1, 3, 5, 7 in one league, seed 2, 4, 6, 8 in the other, so on and so forth. And then they compete. Now, the top 4 from each of those leagues then go on to play each other in the final European Championship, in you like, where the first placing will play the 4th from the second league. It's a really good balanced system, actually, that just eliminates any luck, I suppose.
Yeah, it can sort of, like, people can sort of rule out the whole, oh, we got messed up in the bracket sort of thing. Because at the end of the day, you determine where you finish in the bracket. And we're just checking for invites now. We've got 3 million of them by the looks of things. But at the end of the day, nobody can sort of turn around with this one and say, oh, we got messed up by the bracket. Why were we seeded here? Why were we seeded here? At the end of the day, you have to win games to get into the games. We're finally into the game. We're ready to get it started.
Yes.
But as said, with the league system, there's no excuses. You win your games. Of course, I mean, there may be issues around sort of the online hosting sort of thing.
Sure.
You know, we do have people host and that sort of thing. So that is going to be an issue. But at the same time, it is down to yourselves. And another thing I would like to point out on, I know that a lot of people, when we found out how the qualification was going to go down, there was a lot of online playing.
Yes.
It was originally best out of 3s, which was a complaint, and that was changed to best out of 5s. But at the same time, I don't know, like, I understood the anger, but I don't know how anybody really thought it was going to be done otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't host a 1,000-team event or anything like that, really, can you? So it's actually, you know, the most practical way of getting this, and it's great because every single team in the UK and Ireland, and it's the exact same for the other one-day cups, can actually enter this. It's free to enter, and then it just gets whittled down and down and down, and we're seeing these familiar teams actually reaching the later stages already, and it really does go to show you, know, there's not that much luck involved. It really is a skill-based game, Call of Duty, and teams are proving that time and time again.
Yeah, well, we are going to jump into the game now. The pre-match clock is just ticking down. Search and destroy. Let's see what they can do. It does seem as if DB are probably going to walk this now, you have to think. But, you know, anything can happen. I'm going to go on board with Melt straight away. Yeah,
so here we go. And we've said on this map that we tend to see this A push early. If I just bring up the start menu, you can kind of see it's just going down the drug alley straight through American. You can get in there, try and lock it down. But the B push is sometimes preferable. And you'll usually see someone just hide right behind this van here. They've got to be careful over a grenade flying over. Melt just going to avoid that.
Yeah, and something I'd like to point out, the team seem to be playing whatever maps they want, really. I'm checking the maps that we do actually have up, and it doesn't seem to be being followed. Either way, not really that important. But on board with Melt now. Still 4 versus 4. And this is definitely a map that they need to take now, because if it goes to Blitz, and it's going to be the same as Domination for me, I mean, surely they're going to really get put down by DB, who played fantastically in that previous map.
Well, Absolutely, yeah. Still on board with Melt, who's just biding his time there, trying to get out of there.
Shots going down, though. He does take out Ainsley, so good work by him. Now 3 versus 4 in favour of Horizon. They're trying to set up around this B bomb site. They do have somebody lingering around A, though. Let's see who that is.
Well, Melt's still alive, yeah, so the bomb is going down, has been planted. Things looking really good for Horizon to actually take this attack. 40 seconds there left on the clock for the defuse. And Horizon actually really nicely set up here. None of them have particularly revealed a location, which means it's all up to Rated. Does pick up 1 kill, still a chance to actually pull this off, but he's got to get his skates on if he wants a shot at this.
Yeah, he's not in a great position to do much about it. He does need to pick off at least another kill if he wants a chance. Shot's going to go down towards the back van. Not going to happen, though. He does get taken out. That's going to be 1-0 to Horizon going into the next round.
Gave it a try, but, I mean, it's positions like that that are so advantageous there. Jono just popping the head off his opponent, making it 1-0. So as usual, we will be sticking to the attacking side, seeing how they actually approach the bomb sites and how they lock it down. And it is going to be DB for now.
Yeah, I'm on board with DB now. We're going to go on the attack. And sorry if you're getting any sort of interference here, guys. Mobile phone-wise, I can hear it in my ears. And if you can, please let us know via Twitter, and we will try and get that sorted out if you can actually hear it, unless it's just coming through ours. I'm not quite sure. But on board here, as the bomb does actually go down very, very quickly from DB. They're currently 1-0 down in the S&D, but 1-0 up in the series. Getting the bomb down pretty quickly should hold this off. Yeah,
and that was a really quick plant, actually. Just went straight for it. I really like this positioning as well from DB. Just currently sitting back. 25 seconds left on the clock, and pretty much the entire team still alive there. Only Ant has gone down. Rated goes down, though, as well. Rob needs to stay alive, just sitting back American. 2 of the team actually very close to the A bomb point, and you can see that Rob is just trying to distance himself from it.
Yeah, with 11 seconds remaining, it's unlikely to go to Horizon as the shots do go down. Ainsley coming up with the final kill. That's going to be 1-1 now. DB closing the round out.
You can see Ainsley there, just getting as low as he can. He did actually miss the knife. Rob would have been able to pick up that kill anyway, but Ainsley cleans things up, brings things back even, and that is going to be 1 apiece. Both attacking sides actually taking the round so far.
Yeah, well played by everyone there. Coming into the next round, so you know you would expect teams to hold their defenses down. It seems as if both teams are a bit shaky, if anything. So let's see if they can hold their defense down. Let's go on board now. We are with Horizon and on board with Melt, looking for the kill across at B.
Yeah, we saw quite a bit of Melt. Let's see what's going on for Jono as well. Interesting weapon choice there.
Absolute tanky gun there. Oh, he's going to get a very easy kill there onto Ainsley with the LMG.
Still sitting back, got the thermal sight on there, and I feel like the thermal sight, particularly if you're going towards this B-bomb site, is almost essential. Smoke grenades do often get deployed around this area, and of course that just removes that smoke screen for you. We can see Jono trying to get the wallbang again, spraying all the way through there. That huge clip size really paying off just to keep the enemy back while the bomb does go down.
Of course, with a huge clip size, you do have a huge reload time. Sitting there looking for another kill. He's just getting himself into some nice little spots. Now 2v2. His teammate really needs to come over and help him, though.
Okay, well, let's see what's going on with him. Brandon actually sweeping right round the back. 25 seconds left on the clock. Should just check the bomb, which they do. Brandon now all on his own. 1 versus 1 against Rated, and he's got to stay alive.
Yeah, Brandon, 15 seconds to go. He needs to check around that bomb site. Yeah, we're going to get a kill. You know, for me, good work by the player going for that defuse. It was a little bit unpredictable, but Brandon did check it at the right time. Got the kill through the bomb. Well played by him.
Yeah, and it's always a really awkward situation as well if you're trying to defend the bomb site, because part of you wants to just run right away and assume that the other player's not going to go for the defuse until the final 10 seconds, say. But part of you is just thinking, what if they've gone for it early? You know, you've got to make that call at some point. Sometimes they just poke the head back in 2. But it did pay off for those guys then. So let's see what is going to happen now for DB, as once again the attacking side did take that round.
Yeah, so both teams really not doing great on their defenses so far, albeit though the Horizon did only lose their first one. They may not necessarily lose their second, but on board with Rated now, who does have the bomb.
Okay, Rated just holding back, expecting a push from the defensive side. Doesn't happen, but they do know that they are heading towards B. Now this is going to work in Horizon's favour because they've actually read the attacker's play. So DB have got to make the decision whether they want to commit to this or try and switch things up. Rated does go down. Isn't going to be able to plant the bomb, but does get a trophy system down, and the bomb is next to the bomb site.
Yeah, that trophy system could be very, very important if somebody jumps in there. But the thing is, they are going to know that the bomb is there now. So DB do have some work to do in terms of getting some numbers down for themselves. On board with Ant now. Just going to try and look for a pick. He's watching behind them as well. which you really do need to do on S&D because people can be a little bit sneaky. Bomb does go down though, 45 seconds on that clock, and DB need to defend that.
Yeah, it's still 4 versus 3, so you could argue that things are in Horizon's favour. However, with only 35 seconds left on the clock, taking into consideration the defuse times, things looking quite good for DB.
Ainsley coming in there with a pistol kill actually on the Melt, and he's holding it down really, really nicely. Nice play by Ainsley as Anne picks up the kill onto Mutant. Last guy alive is going to be Brandon. Does take out Ainsley though, so now 1 versus 2. Wasn't 1 versus 3. He's done very, very well so far. Shot's going to go down towards center. Did take some from that little alley. Is he actually going to go for the bomb? I don't think he's going to have any time to do it though. 10 seconds remaining. Not going to get any more kills by the looks of it. Not going to be able to defuse the bomb.
Yeah, there just simply wasn't enough time for him there. They forced his hand. He had to push out. He had to try and challenge. And as I say, there just simply wasn't enough time on the clock for him to even try and go for the defuse, which means it's going to be 2-2. And once again, I see myself saying only the attacking sides have been won so far.
Combat knife coming in there for the round-ending kill cam. As I said, attacking side's the only thing that's been won at the moment. And at one point, it didn't look very good for DB there. They were in a bit of a precarious position. They were 3v4. Couldn't get the bomb down. They were watching it, Horizon. So, very fortunate for DB to get that down and hold it down. But here we go on board with Horizon. Can they repeat what they have done in the past 2 rounds? And what both teams repeated in the final 4 rounds. It's a weird one because we often see teams, the defensive round tends to be easier.
Do you know what? And it's quite strange with Ghost because I do see myself finding that a lot of the attacking sides on Search and Destroy seem to be won on Ghost. That's not just this tournament, it's a lot of the tournaments that I've actually watched. I mean, obviously there is a very good chance you can win your defends, but it's almost like the attacking sides are easier, which is quite strange for Call of Duty for me.
Well, it's now 3 versus 1 with the last guy being alive. I think it is actually raided, is it? Yeah, it is. We're going to jump on board with him. We're going to change teams, go on the Federation, as we do see Raid to pick up the first kill, taking out Melt with ease. He has 2 other players to take out though. Is he going to go straight for the bomb?
Oh, he's got to find him. I mean, he could take a risk if it was only 1 player he was up against, but no doubt if there's 2 players left alive, at least one of them will be keeping their eyes on the bomb. And we can see some great play actually from that from the Horizon player who was just bobbing and weaving, staying alive and wasting time. Great play, and it's going to mean 3-2 now to Horizon. Close game.
Yeah, he did very well there. It was a little bit of a bait out, wasn't it? And then he just jumped back and recovered as Ainsley moved out. Easy enough kill for him. That's going to be 3-2 now to Horizon.
Okay, well, we're going to see if things follow suit and see if the attacking side is now won by DB, which the pressure's almost on them to win this.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like a penalty shootout, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, your defenses, you expect sort of the goal to go in, but if you win your attack, it's like your goalkeeper saving one, if anything.
Well, exactly.
So I like my little
comparison. Yeah, it's good. In American, though, is rated just keeping his eyes over that bomb site. Not gone for the plant just yet, and it is a 3 versus 3 currently. 1 player from either side going down. 1 minute left on the clock. They do need to make a move at some point.
There we go. It does look as if Raid is going to go for the bomb down, but if anything was given covering fire, it's not going to matter, though, because if a grenade comes in, not really going to do anything if your teammates covering fire that, but the kill's going to go down by Ant, taking out Jonosaurus. Melt's going to take out Ainsley though, so now this is a precarious position for Ant. They could go 4-2 down. How many members are left alive on Horizon? 2v1 now. Yeah,
they really could capitalise on this opportunity. They've just got to make sure they play this smart. There isn't much time left on the clock. Ooh, and that's going to bring things back to 1v1. Very big kill there from Ant, taking down Brandon.
He's got some work to do. He still has a good chunk of time there to do something, though. 25 seconds is a long, long time. And where is the other player? Melt is absolutely nowhere near him. So if Ant decides to go for the bomb, Melt's picked himself a pretty decent position, really. But if the bomb does go down, he's not quite close enough to check it now. He is going to spot him, though, and that should be the round. And I don't think that Rated has enough time to plan.
Yeah, Melt's just being conscious of the fact that if he ran in and died, it would have been
down. Kills coming up here, big good fight. Rated coming in there. 1v2 for him. Fantastic play. Rated gets him through the door there. Lots of shots going down, and both players missing a lot. Eventually, oh, sorry, it was Ant. I thought it was Rated who was the last one alive.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was a massive, massive play. That's the difference between, a 2-round net difference, and it could have seen Horizon easily take this, given the fact that all attacking sides still have been won by both of these teams. Oh, and it's so unfortunate for them. That was literally the 9 seconds of the round. I think Melt made the right decision by not actually going for the challenge, because that would have cost his team the game. He just sit back and hope that the plant wouldn't go down. Didn't pay off for him, though.
Yeah, man, here we go. It does seem as if Horizon are going to have to win another one, but here we go. DB Rob does make the first kill. Brandon and Melt exchanging back, though. Ainsley and Rated going down, so now a 2 versus 3 in favour of Horizon.
Well, Jonosaurus is going to be edging towards B there with his thermal LMG. Still in that familiar position behind the van, behind the car, a very popular one. But he's just extremely vulnerable to grenades if they do fly over to that area.
Yeah, on board with Jono now. Looking for a pick, and it just seems as if they're taking their time on this attack. That, you know, they're just slowing things down. Shot's going to go down towards Garage as well. Brandon's in a big position here, but you know, if he goes down, well, he's in no man's land. Nobody can clear up for him, so he's pretty much on his own. Ooh. Shot's going to go in. Oh, big shot there. Does eventually manage to take him down. I think 2 players went down pretty quickly there. Another attack in round 1. We have not seen a defense won on this map yet. 7
rounds back to back, and there was only that one round which was very close where we saw both of those players in that gunfight in American. Could have gone either way. Did go in DB's favour, and you know, if that's going to be the difference between who advances, it's going to be very, very unfortunate and very hard for Horizon to take, really.
Well, here we go. DB once again having to win the attack. And I said it does put a lot of pressure on you, because your defense, you sort of sit back and you think, right, come to us, we'll decide what's going to happen here. You have to go for it when you're on your attack, so it really is giving you. You have to make the plays rather than the defense, so it does put a lot of pressure on you. But on board with Ant now, as they are looking towards B, which seems to be in the favoured bomb site. We only seen once that the players went over to A. Ooh. Rated coming in with a kill on the Jonosaurus, and I just want someone to win a defense. Yeah,
I know, it'd be a nice change, but that was actually 2 grenade kills, followed by that kill by Ant, which means it's a 1 versus 3. If I just switch onto the other team now, and it's going to be all up to Mutant to pull this off, and it's not going to happen. It was actually 1 versus 4, so things were not looking good at all. Just keeping that scoreboard up for a moment, though, we can see for Horizon, Mel actually playing phenomenally well for his team. 10 kills under his belt, 7 deaths to accompany that. And on the flip side, for DB, 9 kills to Rated, going big with 2 plants as well.
4-4 now. 8 attacking rounds are being won here, straight off the bounce by both teams. So if somebody can hold down their defense now, that leaves them in good stead. But here we go. Does seem as if Horizon really do need to do something on this attacking round. If they win this, they are 1 round away.
Okay, well, it's going to be Brandon now, who's just going top drug, looking over. Peeking at the gate, which hasn't been broke yet. Nobody's going to be pushing through that anytime soon. And Brandon's just kind of holding his ground. He's almost expecting the defenders to come to him and try and go for maybe a flank.
Yeah, maybe he's sort of thinking that, you know, DB need to switch it up because they haven't managed to win a defense anymore. So I think something needs to change in order for them to start winning the defensive rounds, because it's obviously not working what they're doing. But here we go. Ainsley's going to pick up the first kill. It does get taken down, though, by Jonosaurus. And then that's a 3 versus 3. On board with Mutant, a lot of grenades coming in that garage area. Shot's going to go down, though. He is sitting inside the tanker. Rob's going to take out Mutant. And Jonosaurus is in a precarious position here. There is somebody directly in front of him.
Yeah, he's just keeping back again with that thermal LMG. It's actually very, very useful over this particular area when you do attack the B bomb site. And he's just keeping back in his usual position here. The frag is going to go over. Will it connect, though? No, it will not.
Jonosaurus shot's going to go down, though. Somebody's stuck in a position. Rated is going to get the kill there, and there you go. DB are going to win their defensive round.
Ooh, now this gets interesting here, because of course they are 1 round away from victory and on the attack. So it's going to be all up to Horizon to win their first defensive round if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, well, Horizon going to have to turn it on now. Bizarrely, only 1 defensive round has been won, and it's looking like this could be a 6-4 to DB. We will always reflect back to that round that we did see before, where it was looking like Horizon had the round in the bag, which would make it 5-4 now.
Yeah, I think going back, I think it was a 2v1, and then he managed to pull it off. But in any case, it was a big play from DB to actually take that one. Watching the attack inside, who, as we say, just need 1 more round if they want to take this 6-4.
On board with Ainsley now. Remington in hand, very powerful weapon. Rated's going to get the first kill there, though, so good start by DB as Jonosaurus does go down. Grenades going over on board with Ainsley now. They're going to look towards the bomb. Grenade kill from Ainsley once again onto Melt. Well, that is going to be a 4 versus 1 now. Last guy alive is going to go down. That's going to be 6-4. DB come away with that one. Well played by them. Eventually winning one of the defensive rounds and then walked away with the attack once again. Remington coming out there with the thermal scope. and that's going to be 6-4 to DB as they take a 2-0 lead in the series.
Yeah, and I've got to say that Search and Destroy actually a little bit closer than domination we saw in the first game, and you know, we keep reverting back to that that unfortunate round 4 Horizon. That really could have gone either way.
It really could have. I mean, at that point, if they'd won that round, that would have just brought it back to 5-5, everything to play for. So you've got to think, you know, in the clutch situations, they got a little bit unlucky. It's a hard one to take, and this third map now, I would say, is going to go probably to DB, but we are going to go for a very, very quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with the third map in just a second.
Hello and welcome back. We're going to go straight into the third map here, DB versus Horizon. DB are 2-0 up, and here comes the blitz. We're on board with Ant.
Yeah, and we've swapped casters once again. Here we go with, and we do have Brycey now with myself. Yeah, just took a little hiatus, didn't you? Yeah,
well, I had to go sort something out production-wise, so I just let Rel cover me, so we're going to carry on now, and I've given him more of a break.
On board with Rated now, as the first capture does go in for DB, and we are pretty much expecting
this is looking already like it's being locked in. And we could be seeing a base race here, but it does look like DB, as you can see in the minimap top right. They do have somebody back. However, Melt is going to take down Ant, who was there, so it's going to start trading teams. As you can see, Rated holding it down. He knows that it's going to be a base race, so I imagine he's now going to rotate back, and he is, and try to hold off and maybe get a few more. If he can get a few kills here, he should be able to. Doesn't manage to do it, though.
That's what you have to think about, though. If you have somebody set up in their spawn trying to hold it down and you let players come across and get the point, then that sort of negates away from your defense. So, you know, it's one of the things you can't take a risk, and you have to believe in your other players who are going to be able to hold it down. Here we go, on board with Rob.
Both the team going in. It is 1 point in it, but there we go. Ant is actually going back. They know they've let it open a little bit more than they would want it to. So Ant's just trying to hold it. Actually didn't manage to see him. And he does manage to get in, and now it's going to be 4-4. That first push by DB kind of not coming to anything, as it does seem like now the Horizon have come back into this and it's all square.
On board with Ant now, pushing forward with that. Vector does eventually get taken down though, and on board with Rated with the MTOT. And something that we see with Blitz is, you know, we tend to see players sort of mix it up a little bit in terms of weapons. On this map you usually see pretty much everyone running a Remington, but at the same time with Blitz it can get very close range within the sort of Blitz areas, so everyone tends to run a bit of a similar setup is what you would see to a sort of CTF. You do have the whole players using the long range weapons and the SMG, so we're going for the objective using the SMG weapons. So DB not able to capitalize on that attack there, still at 4-4 halfway through the first half.
They are. Let's see what Rated can do on the sticks. He is playing a little bit defensive here. DB look like they're going to clear house. I just switched away with him. It was actually Melt who took him as they just go away. And now he's going to be going for the back there. But Rob is going to pick up Mutant as we do jump on board with him. He's going to be aggressive. Let's see what he can do. Ant is backing him up. He's going to try and go through, looking for the player on Boopin. Does manage to spot him. A lot of ground now before he can get into this point. He's going to knee slide, and he is in. DB go back into the lead. However, traded 5-5, but Rob's got a good spawn. He's going straight for it once more.
Looks like they're going to try and set this up. They do have two players pushing it here. So on board with Rob. Grenade's going to come over. That's going to cause some problems. Nobody goes down. No, sorry. It was Ant who did eventually go down. Good defense by Brandon, picking up the two-piece, shutting down any more attacks from DB, who have lost another one there. Somebody sneaking through the web. Ainsley going to make up a kill in that mid-map there. And something, as I was explaining before, we do tend to have somebody trying to hold it down. That's going to be Ainsley for DB. On board with him with the Remington.
Yeah, what he's doing here is setting up for the spawn trap. If DB push down towards their Horizon's flag, once again, he should be able to get it now. There you go, Rob and Ant picking up kills. Let's jump on board with someone a little bit more aggressive. Rob and Rated are about to go in. Rated's going to... No, he gets taken down. He picks up one. Rob's going to come and clean it up very easily, though. One more, not able to take it, but Ant tries to get it. Manages to jump in a point anyway. Picks up Melt. And now it's all tied up once again. You can see DB look like they're trying to be aggressive here. Instantly pushing back out. He's now realised, he goes, maybe there's somebody who slipped the net.
With Ant just trying to do some defensive work, and this is what we seen in the previous game that the teams weren't doing. They weren't dropping back when they should have, and that's going to be a nice sneaky one there from Rated. That's going to be 7-6. And you know, at the beginning of the game we did see Blitz there was a lot of controversy around it, whether it was a good game type, but it's so entertaining to watch. Yeah,
the team's kind of starting to understand a little bit more. It seems aggressive play rewards them more than defensive play. Rated once again going through. He's by Buster. He has slipped past that man there. It seems like it's all clear. Is there anybody going to stop him? No, he jumps into it. Now 2 points in the lead, DB. Let's go on board with somebody else. Is anybody in any... I swear there's not a lot of gunfights going down now.
Yeah, it just seems as if people seem to be slipping through the net. Both teams are really letting holes in their defense, and people are walking through. It's currently 8-6 though. And I would say about 50 to 60% of those caps have been pretty much just walk-ins. Nobody there.
Ant is now watching the strip club, seeing what he can do. Just trying to make sure nobody comes past him if his team push down the left-hand side. And it's going to slowly move forward now. He is edging it. He now might make a push. He's probably going to go behind Bus, see if he can get in that way again. His teammates has worked for as well. And now they're just waiting. He's waiting for some kills in the middle. Ainsley taking down Mutant. And now he should be able to get it. He does see one there. He's taking him down. He's now going to go for the knee slide in. Gets it now 9-6. It hasn't been the biggest killing half as we jump on board the scoreboard. 10-8 for Rob, 12-8 for Ant. No, Brandon doing 10-7. No captures though. Rob though, 10-8 with 4 captures. Certainly the objective player for that one, but all of DB doing fantastic work.
I think what Horizon did not notice there was the way that they were pushing every single time, and it worked for them every single time there, DB, and they come away with the 3-point advantage at halftime. We're going to switch sides and see if they can close it out.
Let's jump on board with them. See what they can do here. On board with John Osaurus. He's going to be the man we can see, and Well, how did he do in the S&D? I didn't see it. Rel was saying he was a fantastic player. Did he make himself up in the S&D?
Jonosaurus played okay on the S&D actually. Got himself a few kills, but nothing sort of blowing my mind. But Rob coming in there against Jonosaurus gets the kill. Can Rob try and get a slide in there? Was somebody else who jumped in there? Who was? I'm not too sure. But on board with Mutant now as he's trying to defend. It does seem as if it's Ant pushing through towards the point, but Melt does get a point on the board for his team.
Going forward so much, he ended up going up the ladder.
Well played by him. Now he's going to push down this left-hand side once again. Can he get away from the fire that's coming from the DB player? He's done very, very well to dodge that. It's looking like he may be able to get this one in.
This is aggressive.
Yeah, he needs to check his right-hand side.
Oh,
yeah, it's not going to happen.
Taken down
from the stairs. There you go. Just did not check quite enough. I think sometimes you need to be a little bit passive when you're going in there. Yeah, you can run in there and just sort of think, I'm going to go for the point. But you can sort of think to yourself, right, let's check. Nobody here. Or get the kill when you take your time and then you slide in. It's both sort of gameplays have their benefits.
So they do, but there we go. Brandon actually picking up to his Melt with another one, and now they're going to start trying to move in. They know where the last guy is. He does actually shut him down, but Jono decides to go the longer route, get some cover for himself, brings it. They've brought it back to within 2 ton, and it's now looking like a game once again. I thought DB were going to run away with it, but Horizon showing they're not dead yet.
Rob picked up a 2-piece down the right-hand side just a second ago, though. Rated does go down to Jonosaurus. Shots being fired towards him, though. Can he get in there? It's only a 2-point difference. Both teams trading captures. Shot's going to go down, though. And have they realized that Jonosaurus is still here?
They are looking. And it looks like he's just going to be able to slide in.
Yeah, well
Jono doing great work here. He's actually now picking up a load of kills, getting the captures at the same time. It's within 1 point between these two teams. Oh no, it's now within 2 points. It was traded away, but Jono's in a position to bring it back to 1. He knows there's somebody there. He has the support of 2 teammates. Mutant's going to pick this one up. We could be seeing a base race here, Ton, as so many of the Horizon players are now around that area.
Yeah, you know, Horizon have 2 members pushed up, but they have to be careful for their defense. They have just lost another one now, and now he's going to go back to a 1-point difference. Now they need to sort of defend because Aware are going to be pushed up. They're not, sorry, DB are going to be pushed up. Oh, only 1 kill goes down. Rated does clean up and enables that 2-point gap once again. Mutant, is he going to get it in?
Oh, he does manage to get in. That was close.
There you go. Does pick that up. It's backwards and forwards between these 2 teams, and neither one of them seem to be sort of, you know, sort of stomping their dominance on it. I mean, DB are in the lead, but at the same time, it's only a 2-point difference, and we see it being traded over and over and over again. Can one of these teams try and just close it out rather than just trading the whole time? Because it's not benefiting either one of them. Well, actually, it is benefiting DB, if anything, because that's wasting their time. But if anything, they need a better lead than 2 points. In terms of Horizon, they need to push in there, and as I said, assert their dominance.
Brandon just trying to do some work there in the middle. They're trying to hold it down a little bit stronger. They need to get these points on the board, but at the same time, trading doesn't help. He does turn around. Not going to do anything. Though another point goes in. 3 now in the lead for DB. It looks so close for Horizon at 1 point, 1 point away, and DB it just managed to kind of. They've managed to just stop the route, and now they're back in the lead.
Yep, on board now with Jonosaurus as they try to push through, and they need to be aggressive now because they are 4 points behind. Jonosaurus might just about get away here, but somebody will be respawning on his right-hand side. Has to be careful. Does get taken down from the houses. Out of the apartment, sorry. Brandon coming in there does get taken out as well. It's looking like this is going to be DB's game.
Mutant trying to do some work. It does seem like it's getting worse and worse from the longer the game goes on as they pick up another 2 there. Jono trying to answer back. Is he going to go straight for the flag, or is he going to try to hold around the middle? He's trying to hold. Brandon picks up Anzi, but he is so heavily stunned now.
Yep, on board with Jonosaurus now, and they really do need to be aggressive. No more defense, and here we go. They're going to try and do that in the final minute. 4 points behind, and they have a minute to catch that up, so it is definitely possible. Kill's going to go down towards the blitz point. Are they going to be able to pick up another one? It does seem as if Brandon and Mutant are picking up kills, but they're not picking up enough points. On board with Jonosaurus now, trying to hold the spawn, but he needs help from his teammates who are being pushed in. DB still on the aggression, and it's proven to be working for them.
Certainly, there goes another one. Now within 2 points, you only need 11 seconds to tie it up with 2 points. If they can do this, they might be able to just hold on. Can they pull it to the 4th map? He's going around once again, but it has been traded back. Now 3 points, and now he's just managed to get in. He has. Jono just trying to keep their hopes alive, but it's been traded once again, and they have only 4 seconds to tie this map up.
You know what, DB, you've done fantastic here, is the trading. They've sort of decided, yeah, you don't let them run in their base because we're running into your base, and we're just going to keep our lead. They've kept it at the 3-point lead pretty much the whole game. It was at 2 point for quite a while, but well played at DB. You know, they've attacked and defended when they needed to, but mostly attacked. It's reaped its benefits, and they're going to walk away. 3-0 winners here. If you have a look at that scoreboard, Rob with 8 captures, rated with 7 with a pretty decent amount of
Jonathan
kills.
didn't do too bad with the captures. He's got 7 for himself.
Was Ainsley even playing? I mean, he went 11 and 12 at one point. I don't know if he was just defending there or just trying to hold down, but you know, at the end of the day, he did his job. And there you go. That's going to be map number 3, and that is going to be the game going to DB, which is pretty much what we expected.
Yeah, that was kind of the way it was going to be written on paper and everything. DB put in a fantastic showing. It kind of just showed we're ready for top 8. We're ready for the league. And you know what? We're going to see if they can make it there in the rest of this tournament. However, join us for the next game very shortly after this quick break.